Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. So now let me I think started right. Yeah. So now these are some of the networking commands which we have, like IP address show, if config. We used to use info if config earlier. Nowadays IPA we use it. This is a shortcut for this, the full form. IPA, if you see, you'll get the IP address if config. If you want to check that some ports are listening or not, this is the good combination. So how many ports are available and listening? See that this is not installed. So many times what you see, system will report this command is not found, is not installed or something like that. No problem. You know that how to install. So you can install this tool actually. And if sometime package name, if you don't remember or you don't get it, then you can get it from the internet again and you can install it. So that is something which you can do that. So now it will work now. See. So these are the ports I'm using in my system. Most of the port, if you see, is related to Kubernetes because I'm running the Kubernetes here. See, this is the Kubernetes component. All these are in fact Kubernetes only. I'm not running anything else than Kubernetes. So you see that all this port has been used actually. Okay, so just remember this command. Don't need to hard code, but yeah, keep in mind all this stuff. These are the very advanced command to troubleshoot the Linux. So dig is a utility. I don't think so it will be there by default. You have to install it. Very powerful command. Oh, is there? Yeah, is there. So wget. There is a two command which I use a lot. One is wget and another one is curl and wget. So these two commands you can use for downloading the files from the internet or any other places also. So you can use this and you keep the URL here also -curl -o output and then and URL something like that, file name something like this. So you can use this here and it will download actually the files wget and so on. This command which will run the commands every second actually. You can set the interval but no need to set by default. So let's say one command you want to run every time. For example, which command you want to run it? ls command. So watch ls. See, every 2 seconds it's running. See that. So output is same. It's not changing anything. That's the reason. Okay. So or maybe if you want to see watch with something else, what should I tell you? So here ps command, no. free hyphen h. There is no change in it. Something which is changing. So you can run this one. See, so if this change has happened, you'll get to know. This server is pretty much stable one, so not running any services large one. So this is running every 2 seconds. So it's very handy command actually. Uh, you don't have to do like this. Like this, you don't have to do. Getting my points, all of you? Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
Rajesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slip command, you can ask them to slip at certain interval and then with command automatically wake up. If you want to run some command at certain time, you can use it. Man for manual, history command, you will see all this thing. These all commands, whatever I'm covering, you will see that me using in upcoming sessions every time. So don't get lost when I'm running these commands. Control C to kill the process, stop the process, Control Z, and all stuff like so. These are some of the utility for bash. You can use it. Okay, so if you want to know the type of file and stuff like that, you can use file command. Here you have the this kind of file details and all. Not much useful right now, and so on. There is a command for compare also. You can compare the two files and see here some examples are given. You can find the common text in two files also, so that you can see that. You can also diff between two files and so on. You can check it out and all. Okay, so these are the users command, I would say we had it. Any questions so far, all of you?
This is
Yeah,
yes.
Rajesh.
Sorry, Sanjay, go
Rajesh,
ahead.
no worries. Locate and find command sometimes we use. Locate and find.
Ha. So, uh, yeah. So what is happening? There is one database which is being maintained by Linux. I'm not able to remember that database, but what is happening? Any utility which is stored in your system, that database will create a record of it. So for example, there is one file which I created under this location, raj.txt, and I'll go to some other locations. So that way you can see locate raj.txt, and see this locate is not available in my box, so I had to install it to work, and it will take some time to index actually. There's one dv file which is being some location, some in system location, they manage it. Okay, so now just again hold on a second. So now I can locate some well-known file. For example, let me tell you, locate ls. So you see that ls, wherever this string is there, it has given you. So here if you see why this is coming, uh, this results is not stable right now. It will take some time to do that. So let's say locate raj.txt. See, it has come now. That way, locate is a, you can say, is like a memory, temporary memory for your all of your files located available in system. So if you see that locate one utility cat, so cat is, see here, look at this. So these are all the output, but real output it should be locate will help you to locate the files, but so much of results you will get confused. So what I use rather than which cat, this way you'll get to know. This is reading your system path actually.
Oh,
Got it?
yeah.
So hell
Uh,
lot of things are there. Someone else was asking one more question. What was that?
What are the parameters for this SCP? We know a CP command, right? CP file one and file two, right? So one
Hmm.
to two. So for SCP, what are the things we need to use? I
See here.
think that's
Let's say
total.
it's very simple though. um, this is a directory I want to transfer to other machine. So SAP-R means recursive, this one.
Mhm.
Which machine you want to transfer that username? So username at the rate of IP address or host name
Okay.
1.1, and where you want to store it, OPT,
Okay.
like this. Now that this machine is not exist, so this is the pattern actually you can do that. If you have a
Okay.
files, you don't need to specify -r. Directory then -r.
Okay. And what is the where is the port number comes here? I see sometimes people use port number here.
No, port number you don't have to specify. SAP directly it works with, here is just IP address, that's all.
Right. Right. Okay.
Port number, if you are running the SSH on other port number non-default, then you need to specify. But here is hard coded with a 22 port number. That's a
Okay.
default SSH port. If you are see sometimes for security reason to fake it out for hacker,
Mhm.
people run SSH with 23, 28, 29 port. So that
Okay.
way you have to specify the port number. Default port you don't need to specify.
That's specific. Okay.
Okay, so this is the stuff. Now I'll tell you one important question which you ask: find command. Find
Yeah.
command, the more you practice, it will be better for you. And there's one more command which I want you to practice it: grep command. Find and grep. So, hundreds of options we have in this, variant we have in this. Okay, so in simple way, if you want to find some file by name, by directory, by type, by modified date, by ownership, by group, by this, by that, by size, a lot of things, then find command is very useful. Okay. Now grep command is also very useful. It will save lots of time. But here it will find a files with a certain specification. But here it will find the files by reading the content of the file. Mind it. Here they are using
Okay.
file property, but here you will use the content of the file to search the file. Okay. For example, find dot name Raju. So find means current location named with Raju. Find out that file. But here when you say grep, you have to specify what content. So Ramu content, and in the dot means current location or any other locations or something like that. Okay. So if you want to find a file using content grep, if you want to find a file using the property of file or name of the file, then using find command. Are you understanding? Now, this I think I have documented very well here also. So I would suggest you to spend some time Linux on this. These are the find right here, and see these all examples. I think 50 examples will be there. So practice it all this thing. Only one time practice it, and it should be okay. And there's one more command grep. So many versions of grep is there, but no need to get lost. Just practice grep. This is the one. So lots of things you have here. Understood all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. The find is using internally locate command because the locate also gives the path of the file, and find also gives the path of the file.
Find also will give you the path of file. Grep also will give you the path of file. That's not a problem. Locate also will give you the path of file. But again, locate is having the locate will query your database,
Oh.
which has been managed by system.
Okay.
Find command will on real time it will file the file based on the property of file. That's what I said. File by size, file by
Okay.
name, file by type, file by permission, file by ownership. All this property locate will not do that actually.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
So now, guys, there is one editor. So Linux editor. Multiple editor you will find it. For example, VI editor. Editor, when we say that in Notepad you use in Windows, right? Same way. We use Notepad, WordPad, Notepad plus plus, Visual Studio Code. These are the things we use in Windows, right? So in Linux, we have a few editor, which is very popular. So this is the default editor. Nano also many people use it. I know that. Vim also many people use it. I'm using VI most of the time because just a habit actually. Now VI, lots of things again you have in VI, but right now I'll be talking in a simple way so you can get started with it. So VI editor have a two mode: read mode, insert mode. So let me show you the demo. Here I'm writing one file vi raju.txt. So this file, right now which mode you have? VI has opened this file which was not exist. It will create it if you save it.
It it
This is
is
the
the
read
read
mode.
mode only. Yeah.
Yeah. How to go insert in edit mode? I
I
I press I on the keyboard. It is insert mode. Again, I want to go back to the read mode. Escape. I escape. I escape. I escape. Remember that. Okay. So I for insert mode, escape for read mode. You can modify the file in the insert mode only. So here is the things you can do. And after that escape mode, so it'll become a read mode, and then you can copy save the file wq colon and wq, save and exit. It will save and exit. Again open a file, and here q and not exclamation mark, exit without saving. That's all. Exit without saying. So these options you need to remember. Though you know what, very lots of shortcuts are there. Lots of shortcuts are there. If you learn that, it will save your time. So my request would be, don't focus on too many tools. Be mastered in VI. That will be more sufficient. You will find everywhere VI. Okay. So in VI, I have some cheat sheets also. So here it's all pattern. So VI. See here, VI cheat sheet, and here this all cheat sheet will help you. Again, little bit of practice required for sure, but you see that this all VI content actually. Okay, so you can check it out, this one, and it will help you.
It has like
Okay.
the select all the features like what we do in Notepad, like go to the
Yes,
end of.
yes, all this feature, but it's all about command. You have to remember it.
Yeah. Okay.
To be honest, I don't try to remember it because too many content I have already in my mind. So what I do, I remember the question, how to put these questions. So for example, I know all the capability. Once I have tried all the capability, but not remembering everything. So if I say let's VI editor, I'll just type it VI editor quickly and copy, remove all lines, remove all lines.
Okay.
So here you got this. See here. So some idea you get it here. See here. So here, no, this result is not good. Vi editor remote. See, my search was wrong. Remove all lines. See here. So here,
DD. Okay.
see dd delete for whole lines under the cursor. 5
Okay.
dd means delete the 5 lines below the cursor. D dollar delete all the lines after the cursor. DG global delete and stuff like that. So a lot of shortcuts are there. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can do that. Make sense?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so this is the editor you should try. Though so many editors are there in Linux, it's up to you. You
What is
have
the
to create
usual
your.
place? What is the usual place these editors will be available? Sometimes you won't be able to find the VA or Vim on your current location, right? So they need to refer the bin directory or somewhere where this executable is available. So Linux, what
No,
is the path?
see here. All this, I mean, VI editor will be available for sure in all the Linux machine. But sometime what happens? in the production server, they'll remove it. Okay, they'll remove it. If they have removed it, then we cannot do anything. But sometime what happens, they have removed the path. So for
Okay.
example, where is the vi editor? This is the location, user bin. So why you are able to access vi directly? Because it's set in the path. How can you know? So dollar echo path. So see, user bin should be somewhere here. See here. So it's added in your path, user path or system path. That's the reason you are able to access. Else you'll be able to access like this. User bin vi
Stuff. Yeah.
raju.txt, like this, full path.
Okay. Got it.
So it's up to you. I mean, up to your environment. Okay. So this is the something which you have to do. Now I'm holding this one. What is this sed? Sed is also an editor actually. Okay. But this is very powerful editor. Lots of automation people are doing with the sed editor. Okay. Okay. So this is something which you have to check it out. So I have a sed editor chat sheet. All the important cheat sheet you'll find it. Okay. Many people use this shed one for automating the task. Though you don't need to use on regular basis, but if you see that here, replace closed with open. That means there is one file. Okay, there's one file, and you want to replace uh, all the keyword which is closed with the all the keyword open. Sed will help you. By the way, other editors also help you. Awk also will help you. Cut also will help you. Grep also will help you, but in a way. But sed is a, why we use sed then? So sed basically consume lesser memories actually. That's the reason people love it. So here this command, G for global, S for search and replace this to this. Okay, so here if you see that lots of utilities are there for this, putting it all together, lots of use cases are there. Regular expression which we have here, these are the cheat sheet actually. So you can use this. So I would suggest you said you have to practice at least one. After that you'll remember, depends on the scenarios when you get it, but at least you practice once. Okay, so this is the sed. Now awk is also is a kind of command which will do the something similar, but again, uh, why we have so many commands? So there's some pros and cons are there. More or less it's all about the memory utilization. Okay, so sometimes sed is very useful, less taking less memory. Sometime awk is also useful. So that, so awk, I think, I don't know whether you have cheat sheet or not. Yeah, we have it. Awk we have also. So you, these are the cheat sheet actually. Now again, don't get lost, don't get scared. It's a gradual learning. So I know that you will not be able to, in fact I don't remember all these options, but I know the context, so easily I can find out in the Google and use it. So you have to just keep a habit of it. Some things comes up, you have to start looking at it. Okay, I have some tutorials. Yeah.
Yeah, Rajesh, one question I had running at mind. So currently, whatever the kernel being used in the cloud and all that, so is there any option, caching option they are using currently? Caching and all that generally we use for Linux.
What is it? Caching.
Caching, yeah. Cache server kind of.
Cache server you don't need in operating system level, no, you need for application layer. So I'm not talking about application cache. Cache we need when you have a running application database and all, and you want to cache some files and something like that.
Yeah.
So
So
that,
earlier, a couple of years back, we use skid basically. There is one utility or skid.conf generally we use it. Configure as a proxy and a caching server. So currently that feature is not available. I'm not sure. We'll check it out later as well. I
no,
will check it out.
those are
Yeah.
those are not a platform related topics. You have
Okay.
a software running and then you want to cache that software. For that, memcache is there. uh, mm, this elastic cache is there. So many cache softwares are there which you can use for speed up your applications. So that we are learning the Linux, we are getting comfortable with the Linux.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so now this is the one. Now I have created one page for administrator also. So Linux admin. If you are trying to become admin, this command, this tutorial will help you. These tutorials, you have all the commands which you should know. For example, how do we acquire someone else access, become someone else? Okay, how to change the password, how to load the environment file source, how to locate the files. So the files which I talking about, that which I don't remember, here it is, locate. Okay, this is the DV which is
Yeah.
being updated by automatically. Okay, so check config got deprecated, so no need to spend time with that. So systemctl has been replaced with the check config. Service command, yeah, you have to use it. A date command, adding a group, adding user modification, deleting, shut down multiple configurations, shut down machines. Okay, df command to disk mount, disk uses, mount. Some and these are the commands for troubleshooting in the networking and all. FTP nowadays we are not using it. Tail command, I told you this is very important for you know live streaming the files. If you want to check the something is accessible or not, telnet you can use, and then IP address, port number. Okay, so that you can check this out. PS command, w, top, uptime, free. These are the, if you are planning to attend some interview, performance related interviews, your questions will be asked. This one, vmstat, iostats, pmstats. These all are advanced utilities for CPU, RAM, input, output, disk usage and all, performance monitoring and all. So these commands are helpful for it. These are the commands for networking and netstat and all, iptables, ping, some IP address is accessible or not, ARP, SAR, LSOF. So yeah, a lot of commands are there. Slowly you'll get to practice it and get going. So now I had written one more utility. I want you to focus on it. Linux performance. This is a little advanced more than that, but here. So which one I should check? This one and this one. So whatever it's in recording, please spend some time. Get comfortable. I am not asking you to remember everything because it's not possible also. So if someone, this is an interview question, and for working in the production also is required. So if someone will ask you, hey, there is a CPU utilization issues. So what are the command you'll use it? So look at these. These are the commands actually. This is one command, another commands, another commands. These all are the utility. Multiple commands are there, which you can use it for saturation, utilization, saturation, errors, utilization, memory utilization, saturation, errors, network utilization, saturations and all, storage utilization, saturation. So these all the commands are there. You have to practice it. So yeah, this is a pretty advanced one. If you are starting the Linux, don't get lost for that. See, look at this utility is very important. Can you please tell me what exactly this is? Anyone have idea?
It's a kernel.
No, basically it's a commands actually. It's a table.
Net- Network commands.
All commands for the performance.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
So here, if you are looking for IP, then nestat, Ethernet, nestat. So this is the all this you see the arrow commands. What you are trying to expose the information for each every tools are there. Not all the tools will be installed in your system, but you have to install it if you know what. SAR, these all utility more than 50 utilities are there, which will help you to do that. So slowly you'll get to that. This is a very good mapping actually, and the same image has been explained here. These are the commands again for this.
Yeah.
And
Rajesh, sorry for interruption. Can we use one command? We wanted to just see the output, whether it is, so what kind of output we get it.
so for example, see virtual memory, vmstat. So look at this here, vmstat. Now this is a This is the output. Now can he run 5 times, 10 times? So let me run 5 times, 10 times. 1 should run second time automatically, but it's running, but it's not changing actually. Hold on a second. Just a second. Hold on a second. I want to run multiple times. So VM stat multiple times. Command is, why this Google is not coming? Okay, so the command is a lot of ways. 5. So let's run this directly. VM stat, and here 5 hyphen sm. Okay, it's taking little time. Now it's coming. So here what I'm saying, now you understand this output. So this whole section is for the memory. This is a whole section for swap memory. This is for input output. This is for system. This for CPU. Now what is this swapped free buff cache si so bi. So for this, if you have there's one command to see the documentations, and documentations are uh, uh, D, capital D. So control C, see here. So this is something, it's a full form out of. So here it was short form, and this is the full form. So like that, there's one more. I've written one better details. If you want to save time, just type here VM stat, and here it is. This will save your time. So here uh, A, and this is the explanations given for each and everything. Look at this. What is R means, B means, free means, and all stuff like that. So this way it will help you to, for example, if you want the documents, see this is the documents. Okay. So this way it will help you to get the understanding of your performance in terms of CPU, RAM, input, output, and networking for your machines. So like that, we have MP stats, which is not installed, I think. You need to install it. IO stat is installed by default, so you can use it. Here, CPU and input, and oh, it's also not there. So these utilities will help you to find out the performance of the system. So here, if you see that, uh, same commands we were trying. So if you see that here, uh, here you have a top which you covered, PS covered, VM stat here, free you have somewhere some commands like IO stats is here, you know, this is a net stat is here, SAR utilities are here. If you want to know the IP net stat, you know, so these are the areas and these are the commands and utility. MP stats are here. Are you
Why do we call
understanding?
this? Why do we call this swap memory, Rajiv?
Swap memory, what is happening? Let's put it in this way. So this is a machine, and here you have, let's say, 2 GB RAM. Okay. So now 2 GB RAM, you have it, and your application is multiple application you are running. So what happens when you ask for the memory? Let's say these two application and use this full memory. So in that case, what happens? Other applications is not able to run it because it's has occupied the 2 GB memory and there's no availability for it. So we think the system got stuck. So there is
Okay.
one concept of swap memories. In this, what you can do, this is a disk, right? A disk means hard disk. So
Okay.
what do you say? We let's say let's create one smaller part of it. We set 50 MB or whatever it is, and then you say, okay, we will flush that all the memory data, temporarily swap it to here. So make it this memory available so other application can run efficiently. Now this application, when they need the data, again you can get back to here and then use this. So that way you can have some swap memory. This is a disk memory actually. So
Okay.
some questions like that, if you put it up, let me put it up in a simple way. I have a nice tutorial for that also,
Yeah.
but again we need to search for it. Hold on a second. My search engine has changed, which is irritating me. Swap memory in a Linux image. See here. So this is the disk, okay?
Yeah.
So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah. So this is the main memory, and this is the disk, which is being used for the secondary memory. So if you see that here, see here, memory is full, so you can use the storage for the swap storage for memory. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can use
So
physical disk, many disk like that, or like it's only a limited. Uh,
no, they uses the disk itself for the temporary flushing out. I showed you the image, no, in swap in, swap
yeah.
out. So the
Okay.
system kernel will do all this stuff. If just you have to set how much swap memory you want. So
I,
basically, you can by default most of the Linux some 1 GB or 2 GB. I mean, 50% of the swap memory is enabled, but
okay.
many operating system now is coming up with the disabling things. Now the question is how to enable swap memory and disable this. So there's a command for it. Swap memory. Let me, I don't remember that, but
Okay.
there's a command for it. And that command is, uh, that command is, uh, so here, uh, these all are swap related changes. See here, summary if you want to know, swap on free hyphen h.
Okay.
Which command is there for enabling this is turn off. This is the this for enabling disabling it. So enabling it, this would be some command. Uh,
But Rajesh, the swap partition basically when we install the Linux, na, it asks for the swap partition. Without swap partition, we cannot go ahead. Earlier, that kind of we do
No,
that.
no, no. The Linux is coming without a swap also. For example,
Also, okay.
uh, when you install the Kubernetes don't like a swap memory. So you will have to disable it actually.
For
Yeah.
creating a swap memory, right? So we have to create small partition as well. So I think from the existing partition, so earlier, so we created swap partition, but here from existing partition, I am not sure how it can be taken.
So this, if you see that here, this command, this further disable the swap here.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay. So this is the one. Uh, I have a few more things to cover. Let me just check this.
Rajesh, meanwhile, can I ask one more question running in my head?
Yeah.
So earlier we were using X configurator and all that. So in this kernel, there is no GUI base and all that, right? There is no command or RPM packages.
No, give, see, there is a two separate types of ISO image you get it. Okay. When you
Okay.
download the ISO image, you have to say server edition, which I downloaded, and another one is desktop edition. So server edition may be 1 GB, desktop edition 4 GB. I did not install 4 GB. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay, fine.
you can go for, let's say, Ubuntu desktop. You just write it, Ubuntu server versus. Okay, so this is the, again, see, the Yahoo results is so badly. This is good. Google result is good. So here, this is a server edition, which I'm using it. Okay. But let's say
Yeah.
you want the desktop version, UI also. So go for this one, Ubuntu desktop. Same goes with the CentOS also. So, but don't get practice to the desktop version. Else you'll not be able to migrate from Windows to Linux. The real fun
Okay,
start with commands only. And trust me, few days you will have a frustration because you don't remember the command and combinations. But once you get a habit of it, you will be finding very easy to do.
okay, fine, sure.
Okay, so yeah, so this is the Linux command. We have to practice it. All URLs, I will consolidate it in a nice way and I'll send it to you. And we'll see that how it. If you have any questions, also you can practice. You can ask me. Now, next topic which we have is shell scripting. Okay. So before moving to shell scripting, anyone have any questions?
Uh, yeah, Rajesh, couple of questions running. So basically, shell scripting in earlier organizations, so old organizations are using this shell scripting, but nowadays I am unable to see, people are using. But I just wanted to understand the use case as well, how it is applicable in today's scenario.
See, shell, I'll put it in this way.
Okay.
Uh, you have a scooter, okay, in your home, and you want to travel from home to office, and you have a scooter which is functioning well, available within a 2 minutes. So will you take a scooter and 5 kilometer office you have it? So will you take a cab for that or scooter and you will just reach office within the next 5 minutes? So of course, if you think about time is everything for you, then you'll immediately take your bike, scooter, and then go to the office. But if you see, oh no, comfort is everything. I want the comfort plus little bit of uh, some image building things and all,
Yeah.
then you will book a car and then you take car will come and then you will go. So same concept is with the shell scripting versus other scripting. You are using Linux, everyone else is using Linux. Shell scripting is inbuilt to automate. It will get you the things done. But then you say, no, I will learn some other tools, for example Python, other scripting, Python or Ruby or some other scripting, and then I will do the coding, automating and stuff that. So it's up to your approach actually, what you are using. But other situation, you need uh, you need to bring 4 people from home to office. So can you take a bike? No, there is a
No.
limitation. So then you
Yeah.
have to book a car. So you have to book a car, you have to wait for it. So that it's justified, the waiting time is justified. For yourself it was not justified, but when, so again same way, Linux, if you want to do a lot of operations, a lot of work, a lot of scripting, lots of things you want to automate it. So that's where that shell scripting is having less capability to manage the enterprise level of automations. Then Python and other scripting you can go for it. So it's up to you, your call actually. Make sense?
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Time is
Completely.
important. Time is important.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.